John Henderson. If you tell me the John Henderson is 325, get out of here. You guys know who John Henderson is, right? Oh, that dude was one of a kind, bro. That dude clogged the paint. And then, of course, I'm really proud that they put Saragusa in, but then they fucked up his card. Saragusa. No, because I mean, when you think about that crazy 3-4 defense that the Ravens were running, Saragusa clogged those run lanes. And it made Ray Lewis not have to come down, actually extended his career. Because even Ray Lewis knows if he had to play 4-3, he would be out the league. He even knows that. He is even. Well, no, it does not that it doesn't work, Bender. It's that you get more wear and tear. So like, people like Ray Lewis love Saragusa because it puts less wear offensive lineman up his ass, right? You know, yeah, it's kind of like the Vince Wilforks. You know, you're okay. In what sense? If you're talking about overall, Jusek. Just because there's more. If you're talking about like old school fullback, like you want him to be like hit the gap and run plays, right? Then it's Ricard. If you're talking about fullbacks that can do it all, Jusek. You can do it all, yeah. But like, when you talk about Ricard, no, he's just a blocking fullback, old school, smash mouth, hit the gap. You know, no, it's not saying that. They're just different players. So if you're asked, who? No. Well, the thing.
Y'all forgot about Mike Allstar too.
Oh, Mike Allstar, that's a whole different beast. He was just. Oh yeah. Actually, you know what? I do think the fullback might make a comeback because packages more now, and now that you see all these teams being in these like, I like to say like, you know, hybrid safety packages, right? Like your Luke Kuechly, your the Olakuns, and all these like smaller linebackers that used to play safety. You might see a fullback make a comeback, which then forces teams, which will make teams have to then go out and get old school linebackers. Right? Because right now you got linebackers that used to play safety. Who on Madden? I know it doesn't make any sense, but yeah, that's just. Oh, Warren Sapp was one of a kind. He only played one season as a pro player. Yeah, like that's yeah. I'm not. No. Yeah, but that's to say he's a bad. He just it's a long story with that. But if you were asking me, if you want to talk about underrated quarter, we were talking about underrated running backs. Oh, the fridge. Well, yeah, of course. When he played, he was. He was kind of like okay when the fridge played. When you're talking about the fridge Perry, he was kind of a player that was put in goal line stances, but he wasn't a fullback. He was a D tackle that went on certain plays. Oh yeah, he's one of the better. Yeah, if you were saying fullback, I was like, wait, hold on. Yeah, he's a great D tackle. Oh yeah. But actually one of the best running backs that people slept on because the first 6 years of his career, he was actually one of the best running backs. Corey Dillon. He just played for really. Corey Dillon is. No, but Corey Dillon played for the Bengals. I'm talking about Corey Dillon that played the last 2 years. But he played with the Bengals for a lot of years, and he was really good. That's all. We just got him the tail end of his career. We're talking about running backs, so Corey Dillon. So I say I also know other teams too. I can talk about other teams. I know about Cordell Stewart. Oh. No. You know who was better than Darren Sproles as a running back that's not been in Madden? That needs to be put back in Madden? Michael Westbrook. Michael Westbrook, but what was that one running back for Deuce Staley? Deuce Staley was better. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. People, yeah. We'll talk about. You want to talk about?
Man, y'all had Ricky Waters, Dorsey Levens. Man, it was a lot of running backs.
Yeah, that came out of Eagles. Oh, you know who they're putting? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah. One guy he played with, of course, Keith Byers in their late 80s. Well, Ricky Waters was really good. He mentioned him. There's Shady. Deuce Staley, we mentioned him. I'm trying to remember one guy. Not Michael Westbrook, Brian Westbrook. Brian Westbrook needs to be put back in Madden, okay? I mean, the only reason I say that, he was the outlet for McNabb. I mean, McNabb to Westbrook. How many times did we hear that on TV? I mean, think about it. McNabb to Westbrook. How many times did we hear that growing up? It was like, you couldn't say McNabb without Westbrook. If you thought about it. You know, if you think about it, right? With that era, like you could not Brian Westbrook needs to be in that category. Brian Westbrook and Deuce Staley. I mean, you want to talk about a 1-2 punch. And don't sleep on Terrell Owens now. Oh man, T.O. is legendary, man. He deserves it. He deserves it. He's one of the top. He's a top 5. If you look at stats, he's a top 5 wide receiver of all time. Terrell, no, his numbers have it, but it's because it's the same reason why Rodney Harris is not in the NFL or is not in the Hall of Fame. Same reasons. Stupidity. A bunch of like wannabe idiots. Like literally, if I went on ESPN, Bender, I would make fun of those guys every single day. Not mentioning those people. All right. I mean, there's. You know why? Why do you guys think I don't trust Skip Bayless? That's partly it. Well, his stupid ass. We had James Harrison, right, from the Steelers, right? He went on the show, and stupid Skip Bayless told James Harrison how to tackle. Yes, he went on that show and then told James Harrison that he didn't know how to tackle. That's what we're talking about, Skip Bayless. So he's a fucking idiot. Look up James Harrison, Skip Bayless, that interview. I know, but look up those interviews and basically like then Skip Bayless tried to tell James Harrison that Bill Belichick is soft, like, and you can say what you want, but James Harrison is not stupid. All right, look up those old shows, and you will literally just be like, did Skip Bayless really say such stupid comments? No.
For no gain. Here's 2nd and 10.
No, no, and no.
It's Herbert. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, pointing, communicating. There he is.
Okay.
He passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. But that was an interesting look there because
Devontae Adams is not on that list.
I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage.
Oh, hell no. Hell no. I mean, I was going to snatch his chain, Crabtree. Isn't that the guy that Akeem Talib snatched his chain? Dude, you know what? You know what my favorite quarterback battle of all time is? When they started fighting? It was Deion Sanders on Andre Rison. That shit made me want to be like, oh, the hell yeah, let's keep fighting. But when you see Talib and Crabtree, you're like, what the fuck is this? This is bullshit. I'm out.
Running left, it's Fournette, and that play went nowhere. Losing yardage, it'll be back at the 36. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
And don't get me wrong, when Deion Sanders says some comments that are a little controversial, he played there in there, that's how they fought, right? That's how coaches were thinking, right? Charles Haley was bipolar as hell. You wanted that guy. And you wanted that crazy motherfucker. You're like, you know what? He's crazy, but we'll just let him do his thing over here. Give him his candy and he'll do his thing, okay? You guys ever seen Replacements? You guys ever seen that movie, Replacements?
It's caught by Mike Evans. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their time.
Hey, Gator, you've seen Replacements?
With 27 seconds remaining here in the
Yeah. Remember that middle linebacker? The police captain? The middle linebacker that just went after everybody with like a laser. He was crazy. He reminds me of Charles Haley too much. Oh, Charles Haley, man, he scared me, man. Him and Ray Lewis, man, I want nothing to do with those two. I run to the hills. I mean, Chad Johnson tried to block Ray Lewis. That made me laugh. He just knocked Chad Johnson out. He's like, what are you doing, bro? Oh, that still makes me laugh to this day. I mean, those dudes are, those dudes are one of a kind, man. Those 6'4" guys, they're, walking giants,
Probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. So this just a 5-point game as we resume action in this second half on EA Sports.
That 4-6 Bears were one of a kind too, but another guy that kind of scared me though, Jack Lambert.
At their own 25-yard line.
That was one scary dude.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
John Lynch is up there.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 78 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs.
Brian Dawkins with those hits.
They come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it. And they've run it well here to start the second half.
And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
Actually, you know who's kind of underrated as the end? Because people forget about him? Bruce Smith. I mean, Bruce Smith and Reggie White. You know, those two. And Bruce Smith. Don't sleep on Bruce Smith, man.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line.
People sleep on Bruce Smith. They forget about him.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Who's ready? Hey, man, it's close, man. I'm about to go to bed because we're about to have a nice day tomorrow. Night. 6 p.m., guys. We gotta watch the stream. 6 p.m., baby. I get paid tomorrow too.
And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. So a bold call that this drive will forge on. 1st and 10 after the 4th down conversion. Here's a give to Fournette. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Give all that credit defensively to Khalil Mack. A great stop in the backfield. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Now they'll throw with Brady. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Charger drive about to get going. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On 1st down, it's Herbert. That's caught. It's DeAndre Carter. And they'll get him down up past the 15. They were looking for a little spark and some breathing room. They got it right there, a gain of 14 and a 1st down.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
Herbert's throw taken in by Palmer. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down. Here's Herbert. Steps away. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Levante.
Depends how you want to look at it.
Take possession of the football. Well, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees.
Yeah, I hear it. I see a Giants fan in here. All right. I need to start ISOing people again. Seems like my Legends lost its luster.
And that will do it for the third quarter of action. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Oh boy. Ah shit.
On 2nd and 7, Brady. And he's wrapped up.
Oh man, I gotta get ready for tomorrow.
So Brady and the Bucs need to work a little magic. 3rd and long.
We got that 24 tomorrow. I've been reading up on what players. I'm studying a little bit, right?
And this is caught by Evans. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
It won't. I played the beta. In this, they just completely switch it up. I know I get it. If they switch it up, I'm going to be angry. But as of right now... Are you a football? Do you like football? Like, did you play football growing up? You know how in Madden 23 the O-line look like idiots when they go to the second level? You know in Madden 23 the O-line looks like idiots when they go to the second level. They just be stupid, right? This year in the beta, the guards and centers went to the second level and smacked them safeties that people put in the box like idiots. So now, only if you get certain cards. Now, certain offensive linemen are going to be better than others. So, like for example, Kelsey will just be amazing just because he's Kelsey, right? He has all the thresholds, so he's going to be absolutely amazing. 85 awareness, 85 pass block, 85 run block. You might as well get him. Unless Kevin Mawai really has the same threshold. If Kevin Mawai does, for price reasons, keep Kevin Mawai. Don't buy Kelsey. Sorry, Creed Humphrey. You're great on run block, but your pass block is sus. Another great player to pick up is that Joe Platonio. Great stats across the board. He's going to hit all the thresholds. He's going to hit the thresholds. The best left tackle in the NFL does not hit the thresholds. It's embarrassing. I don't know what they did to Trent Williams, but that 86 Trent Williams is dog shit. Now, if you want to run the football effectively, Chris Lindstrom would be a good pickup. His pass block is atrocious, but he does hit the run block thresholds. So, but he does. His pass block is trash, but he will hit the run block thresholds. So, if you are a runner who's good, Lane Johnson is a better tackle than Trent Williams. So, just FYI. If you want a budget beast center, that's not Jason Kelsey. Ethan Pocic would be your dude, or Posic, whatever you want to call it. He hits all the thresholds, so you'll love him. Yeah, he's 85 overall. Connor Williams, don't get him overpriced. He won't play well. If you're a passer and you want a guard, Joe Thuney and Andrew Thomas, absolute dog shit trash. So there's your answer. Like actually, so half of the O-linemen won't hit the thresholds for a run. Yeah, he's trash. I've looked at his stats. And the reason why I say that, okay, so I'm looking at thresholds, right, for the game, right? So if you're a runner, yeah, I see there's 84 run block. Right. Right. For offensive tackle, I would probably rock with Lane Johnson, at least on one side. I'm going to look at one other card, but the thing about it is, when you're running the ball, you want your awareness to be 85, because when you do that the pre-play adjustments like IDing the mic, if they have 85 awareness, they're going to be looking for that guy. They're going to go after the safeties quicker than if they don't have any. They have a 25% increase to get there. So I want you to I'm doing the numbers based on okay, these guys are going to do the jobs that we want as well, that's what I'm saying. And they really made bad lines and they screwed up some stats. It made me want to puke. Let me look at this other tackle. Interesting. Yep. Yeah.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. We certainly have a good one on our hands.
Yeah.
They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter.
Myles Garrett's an end, though.
Yards, but no more than that. Second down. They'll send a receiver in motion left.
Well, if you want D tackles, right? Let's say you just want guys to. Kilmack's a D end, though.
Down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
What kind of defense scheme do you want? Do you want a 4-3? Do you want a 3-4? What are we running?
On a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire.
Yeah, but
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Okay, but do you run right? But I'm saying okay. So when are you running when you're running a nickel? What's your defensive playbook?
In search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Back to throw, Brady.
No. I mean nickel 2-4. Are you running a nickel normal, nickel 2-4? Who's your playbook? What's your playbook?
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space.
Yeah.
Let them do what they do.
Okay, that's fair because that's what I run. But the question is, what playbook do you run? So you have the Giants. They do 3-4. So honestly, if you're running that 3-4 because you're running a nickel 2-4 where you have the D tackles having to do 3-gap technique, right? Which they need to be more run stoppers than a nickel normal, which is more pass rushing, right? Based off the way they pass rush in the game. Nickel 2-4, you have to have your D tackles play 3-tech. So Dexter Lawrence would be your dude because he's got 86 blocks. Dexter Lawrence, and if you're going to keep that, well. I would do for D tackles, in my opinion, right? If you're going to run a nickel 2-4 type scheme, right? Based on the Lions, right? I would pick him up, and I don't know about the rookie Ramirez, but I would pick him up, and then a guy named Quinnen Williams. Okay, so in that case, but even on the D tackle, if you really want to stop the run, especially early when everybody's going to start running the ball and you're not going to have any abilities. Quinnen Williams and Dexter Lawrence, right? Because really, we all know the tackles don't get in, right? Let's be honest. They don't get in.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
But if you really want that like clogger, right? That's like just a pure block shedder with some decent weight. DJ Reader is really good too, as he's a budget beast for just a.
The Charger drive about to get going. This drive,
Yeah, he doesn't have any pass rush, but if you need a guy that just clogs the middle. But the problem is that it just depends on your scheme. I don't. Go ahead. I got you, Giants. I'll get it. I'll add you. Hold on.
To me, it just comes down to who can execute better.
Just did.
Which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Yeah, that's me.
Herbert gonna throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. Third and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback.
This is interesting.
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. And if you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback and then make sure.
And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. The Bucs are going to take.
You call me ISO Joe.
What's happening?
ISO Joe would be better. ISO Joe. That works. Where are you from? Where are you from, Giants? Brooklyn. Okay. Well, I'm in North Carolina.